Digital Romance TV.
Hi, and welcome to Digital Romance TV. I'm Bobbi Palmer, founder and CEO of DateLikeAgrownup.com. Today, I want to talk to you about 4 classy ways to flirt with men. No matter how old you are, the best way to connect with the man that you're interested in is to flirt. And when I bring this up to women over 40, because that's who I work with, I get these kind of responses like they cringe because they think that that flirting is mostly for children. It's classless. And also they kind of don't really know how to flirt like a grown-up. So I have news for you. Here's what you get when you don't flirt with nice men. You get nice conversation, and that's it. But if you're looking for someone to date, someone to go out with, someone to eventually be intimate with, then you've got to show up as your feminine self, and part of that means flirting. So here are 4 ways to flirt with flair and get that date. Number 1 is compliment him. Have you ever noticed that women, when we get together, we just compliment each other like instantly? Oh, I like your hair. Or, oh, you look great today. Congratulations on this great job. But we don't do that with men. We don't tend to compliment men. So granted, it is a little different approach, but men love to be complimented and very rarely get that from women. So what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and compliment men sincerely. Don't just make something up, but a sincere compliment goes such a long way. Tell him he looks great. Tell him you love his shoes. Tell him you agree with something he says. Ask his opinion. That's a great compliment to a man because it shows that you trust him and you admire him and you want to know what he thinks. Tell him he made a great suggestion on the restaurant he brought you to. Laugh at his jokes. That's a huge compliment. Okay, so tell him he has nice eyes. He's really going to appreciate that, but he's also going to appreciate if you compliment him on his smarts. Number 2, use your body. Don't be afraid if you're interested in a man to use your body to flirt a little bit. It doesn't have to be slutty and it doesn't have to be silly. A really great tip is if you want to touch a man and you want to do it in a safe way, then touch him below the elbow. If you reach for a man and you just give him a little brush on his wrist or somewhere on his arm, it's a very safe way to make that connection, but not make it in any sexual or suggestive way. Also, make sure that you stand right in front of him, that you make eye contact, that you smile, and that you really pay attention when he's talking. And if he's talking about something positive in particular, go ahead and give him a little touch. Because if you touch him while he's talking about something positive, he is going to connect you with that positive feeling, which I just love. A third way to flirt with flair and in a grown-up way is to show off just a little bit. And by that I mean, toot your horn, show him who you are. And this may be the hardest part because for a lot of women, it's really difficult. We're great about talking about our resume, but not so great about talking about ourselves in terms of who we are, what we care about, what we like to do. But if you want to be memorable and you want to show a man that you're trying to get to know him and making an effort, then squeeze in some mentions of your unique or shared interests. Squeeze in some mentions of your interesting life experiences or your passions, what you're passionate about. So don't tell him long stories, keep it brief, but just let him know that you want to help him get to know you. And if he's a good match for you, he's going to want more. And the last way, the 4th way to show that to flirt with a man is to show clear interest. Now, what I'm talking about is showing interest, not taking the lead. So a very simple, I had a great time talking with you. I'd love to do it again sometime. Or it'd be nice to do it again sometime. That's a great way to just let him know that you're interested and you're open. And if he asks, you'll say yes. So notice, I'm not saying, say to him, what are you doing next Wednesday? Let's get together. I'm saying, if you ask me out for next Wednesday, I'm going to say yes. So the fourth way again is to show clear interest. Okay. And one last note, let's just say that you do one or some of these things to do a little flirting with a man that you're kind of interested in. What if he doesn't go for it? Well, so what? So what? The worst that could happen is that you'll be really proud of yourself for doing this. You'll get some really great practice and some grown-up flirting, and you'll make a man feel great about himself. So don't let it discourage you if you do a little bit of this and you don't get the response that you're expecting. You're going to be putting points in your dating karma bank, and it will come back to you, I promise. So thanks a lot for listening. You can get all kinds of other support and advice at datelikeagrownup.com. And I will see you next time on Digital Romance TV.
Did you know there's a 3-step formula to make a guy fall desperately in love with you? Go to digitalromance.tv/CHH to learn a simple method any woman can use to capture a man's heart and make him love you forever. Again, that link is digitalromance.tv/CHH.